Okay, so today we're going to have a little yard work.
Yeah.
And I want to record it in multiple ways, so I want to open up a notepad. And the first thing I want to do is paste the video file name and make a note that it is a yard work. In compliance, comply, quote, enforcement, compliance. Code, force, compliance, yard work. So this is the topic of today. I want to start multiple video recordings to record it. So I'll start with webcam max, try. I'm going to shut down the special features and start recording. And then I want to drop it down so it doesn't take so much space. Next is going to be webcam max from Cyberlink. Start recording from that. These are two webcams, local webcams, as opposed to the third one is going to be Loom, which is a cloud camera. And the next after that will be the settings of 999 steps from Step Recorder, where I add a comment with a file name from MSN Recorder Max. And now I'm going to start recording with another webcam yet, C922 Pro Stream, which I'm not sure exactly what it is, but here it is, that camera that is shooting my face, and start it. At this point, I'm waiting for it to start the timer, and you'll see how long it takes. What I'd like to do first is to make the picture larger. So I'm making the picture larger, and now I want to put the entire note, edit, copy to the clipboard buffer, and edit as a comment to PSAR. PSAR stands for Problem Step Recorder. And then I want to refresh it, so I'm going to press the Stop Record button, and then the Save button. And that is going to go to my psar.exe subfolder. So I'm taking the previous session and overwrite on it today's topic, paste, and then adjust the time. Today is the 30th of October. So I'm going to upgrade the number 29 from yesterday to 30th and remove the D, which was the version control for yesterday. Then replace the time. Today is Wednesday, so capital E, capital W and E, and the time today is 9:43 a.m. So I put in 9.43 space AM, and now I got the complete file name. Clear up one of the extra characters there. This is code enforcement, compliance yard work. Copied the path to psr.exe and insert it at the beginning of the file name, followed by a backslash. And now going back and copying the entire string to the clipboard buffer, save it, and then click review additional details to see that that was 8 steps. Start a new recording and add a comment with a psr file name of the previous file. And now I'm going to paste it also in my notepad here and widen the notepad so it doesn't have carriage return. Then I'm going to save it with its own name, file, save as, and I want to save it in, first of all, paste the file name. I want to save it in the log subfolder in my document subfolder. This is for Windows 10, so I'm looking for the letter L, like in LMNOP. So L is JKL after K, so here is log. Now I'm copying the path of log to the clipboard buffer and insert it at the beginning of the file name. Paste it with a backslash, and then I want to correct the time. I started at 9:43 a.m. and the time now is 9:45. It's already 2 minutes, so I'm going to remove the previous file name time, put in 9.45 for 9:45 a.m. So change the PM from the yesterday's file name to AM, and this is going to be a text file as opposed to a zip file. So TX is enough as an abbreviation to the text file. And now I'm ready to copy to the clipboard buffer and save it. And then note it in my notepad. Edit, paste, file, save. And now I'm ready to start recording it with external cameras. So for that purpose, I'm going to start with my goggles. So I'm taking my goggles here, turning on the goggles. First I turned it on, then I clicked it. Maybe a problem, it doesn't have the memory. Yeah, sometimes I forget to put back the micro SD card, so that is important to put in the micro SD card, because otherwise it cannot store any data. Let's see, you see that? So I open the compartment and I see that it is empty of micro SD card. So when you don't have a micro SD card in there, you cannot record with it. So put it back in. And now I start to record with it again. So press it again. When I press it one time, it starts recording right away. Okay, so this is good enough for starter, but not good enough altogether, because I want to make sure that I have enough power to For that reason, I'm going to put in an external power bank in my pocket and connect it to my, this is called the iView external power bank. That way, if I'm working for a long time, I don't have to worry about running out of power. And I run it through my sweatband so it doesn't press on my earlobe too much. Then I want to monitor that it is still working. And to be sure, think that it is working, I can turn it off and on again. So I press it to turn it off. It buzzes one buzz, and then to turn it on again, I press it again. It is like a toggle switch, and it clicks 2 times, beep, beep, and then starts to record again and blink. So now that I'm done with that, I can take the cable and put it behind me so it doesn't interfere with my arms and whatever I'm doing in the front. Now I can proceed to the next step, and for that I want to put in my lanyard. So this is a lanyard, and it's a phone. Let me see, first of all it has a string, and you can put in the back of it a phone. So this is the phone that I'm going to insert inside to show you how I can see the screen of the phone. It is a touch phone, vinyl, rear vinyl pocket, so I can press in the back the different buttons, and in the front I make sure that the camera protrudes so it can shoot video and photos. The important thing that is about it, this is a folded wallet. So the folded wallet makes sure that it is low enough so the camera on the phone protrudes from the top. The important thing is also only I can see whether it is shooting videos or photos. Then I put it over my neck like I do and connect it to the chest. This is a neck, wallet, phone and badge holding lanyard supported by an easel. So this black easel has legs and then has also knobs. So I can tighten up and loosen up those knobs on the hinges on the bottom here to keep it in a position on my chest. So when I lower my gaze down, I can see the screen of my phone and I can see what my phone is shooting. Or in case that my phone stops recording at any one time, I will see it and I'll be able to restart it. Restart the video recording or whatever it is that I'm interested in doing. Then I'm having 2 carabiners on each side. I'm going to take it out and to show it. And this is a blue carabiner in my left hand and a black carabiner in my right hand. Okay, and they are locking behind my back in the following way. When you push them against each other, the way I do now, they click and they lock in a locked position. It is important that it clicks because when I do it behind my back, I cannot see it. So I listen to the click, then I know that it is locked and it will stay like this. To release it, you have to press one of those spring-loaded locks. So I press it and then I can unlock it. So now that I demonstrated how it works in front of the camera, I'm going to repeat it behind my back. So I'm putting it on my t-shirt behind my back, and it has 2 sets of retractable carabiners like that. So I'm going to lock it behind my back, but I don't see it, but I hear the sound that it has been locked. So that is under my armpits and above my pectoral muscles. So if it is a female, it's above her breasts. So it will work for a male or a female. And then another set of carabiners, and for underneath the pectoral muscles. And this one is in my left hand is green, and in my right hand is black. And again, it locks up in the same way. Notice that one of them is surrounded by a tape, because sometimes these cheap locks break down. I bought this for less than $1.99 in Home Depot. Okay, so notice that these are very inexpensive, and they fall apart, so you may want to wrap them up in cellophane or in a cellophane tape. To lock them, you simply push the spring-loaded locker against each other like this, and it is in lock position. Then, to unlock it, I'm going to press the spring-loaded lock mechanism down on my green carabiner and release it. It's important to listen to the sound, because I'm doing it behind my back where I cannot see what I'm doing. Unless, of course, I have a camera behind my back, which I do not have now. So to release it, just press one of those lock mechanisms. Now I'm going to lock the lower set behind my back, so I have two sets of them. Now I can lower the camera so you can see better what I'm talking about. How it is positioned on my chest, so I can adjust the trajectory of the wallet according to what I want it to shoot. Right now I want to shoot the screen, so I want it to be perpendicular to the ground, shooting forward. Then I can take another phone, and I want to demonstrate how difficult or easy it is to swap phones. So I'm going to take another phone that is fully charged. The phone that I have this is 100% charged. The phone that I have currently in it is out of power, so I need to swap them. So I'm turning the phone that is fully charged, and I can also add an external power bank to that, but I'm not going to do it right now. But can connect it here just like I showed you. Take another power bank like this one, an external power bank, and connect it to the phone right here in the USB-C connection. Drop it in my pocket or in the lanyard behind the phone, so it will be only this high, and it will still expose the camera for filming or shooting videos or shooting or photography. And especially some of them that are thin enough to fit inside the carabiner, so it will be in this position right underneath the lens, so it will not interfere with the lens. Now I'm waiting for the Android to fully load. You can see that it takes a little time. This is Samsung Galaxy powered by Knox and Android. It can work the same for any other phone. And then One UI has to be optimized. In the meantime, I'm going to swap them and monitor it. That is why it is so important. I drop it in my lanyard. One UI from Samsung is updated. I swapped it. I took the phone that is not charged, that needs to be charged, and I recharge it while I'm watching the UI. And as soon as it finishes, I swap to open. I press camera. And then I can start recording video from my phone. And then press the record button on the phone. And now it is recording. So now it is recording from the phone. And the next thing I'd like to do is to demonstrate the head-mounted computer from realware. For this purpose, I would like to put on a cap I'm going to put on this rainbow cap. I'll be also working outdoors, and I would like to clip the media, so I have a new video clip just regarding the way that I'm putting on the cap. So I'm going to stop the recording on both recorders temporarily. And start a new clip on one, and start a new clip on the other. And then I want to refresh Psar, problem step recorder, so it doesn't get too long. So I'm going to stop the current recording. I want to save the current recording and increment the version control mechanism here. So I'm going to put a subscript after the year 2000A, and then update the time, which is 10 a.m. .00 space AM and delete the PM. Now take the path psar.exe, copy to the clipboard buffer, then insert it at the beginning of the file name field, followed by a backslash rather. Now I'm ready to proceed. I focus the cursor on psar.exe, and then on the file name, copy to the clipboard buffer, then select save, and then click on review additional details. I'm scrolling up to see that that was 58 steps. The last step was 58 steps. And now I start anew. I click new recording, add a comment, and then paste the previous file name in the highlight area and comment dialog box of psar.exe, and click OK. Then I paste it into my notepad. So after the last paste item that I have there, I'm going to move the cursor down a couple of spaces and edit, paste, and return, and then file save. I'm going to drop a little bit this recording, and now I'm going to use my realware head-mounted tablet. So I noticed that my video recording stopped for some reason that I'm not aware of. This is why I need to have it in a position that I can watch it all the time, because sometimes it will stop on its own without giving me any warning. Maybe some kind of a call came in or for some other reason. So I started a new clip as I want to demonstrate my hand-mounted tablet from realware. So I take it, I disconnect it has two power banks. One black power bank attached to the device with a green Velcro, and another blue power bank attached to the device with the red Velcro on both sides. While it makes it heavy, it also provides me with extra power. Now I'm disconnecting it from the wall power, and watch the 100% charge on it. I disconnected the power bank from the wall power, and now I'm disconnecting the red cable which connects the device directly. And notice the green light on the device here. That means that the device internal battery is fully charged. So I disconnect the red cable to stop it, stop the charges from the wall, and now I'm connecting the internal power bank, the external power bank, and you see that the external power bank responds saying that I have 33 hours and 25 minutes of power in the device. One of the problems is that the power bank keeps slipping out. Anyways, I make sure that all the connections are locked in, and then I want to mount it on my head and see if I can get it to work. So I mount it on my head here, lower it down, and watch it, and now I'm going to start talking to it and telling it, my camera. I want to aim the lens here forward so they shoot the screen. Record video. And then it starts recording. I can also tell it to turn on the flash. Notice that it is all hands-free. Flash on. It tells me that the flash is off right now. So I'm going to tell it again. Flash on. But I don't see that the flash turned on, as you can see on the webcam. And now I can tell it to turn the flash off. And it turned the flash off. And on. Flash off. Okay, so it works fine. What else do I need to do? I'm ready to go out to start working. And I'm looking for my beauty here to help me out. Sarah, are you coming? Let's go, come on. And put on the Hawaiian shirt. And let's go. So let's review what I've covered so far. I've covered multiple recordings from inside the computer. That includes the following applications. First of all, MSN Recorder Max, which is a screen recorder. Secondly is Webcam Max, which is a web camera applications running on Windows 10 PC. Another webcam application that is running also, and these two are two different cameras. So one is a camera, it has 360 camera right above my head. Let me move it around so you can see how it works. And it is shooting from above, as opposed to, and this is the Webcam Max, as opposed to Cyberlink, that is another camera that is shooting from my left side above, so you can see the view better, a little better angle from the side. So in summary, you may want to know, why do I have several webcams? Because one of them, Webcam Max, is a 360 camera right above my head, because I wanted to see well my head-mounted tablet HMT from RealWare. Oh, and the third one I forgot to mention is this camera from Loom. Okay, the camera from Loom is just shooting my face, and that is a cloud recorder. All the other webcams, the Cyberlink webcam and the Webcam Max, are both local recorders, which means they store the video on the local machine, on this PC 10 with Windows 10 that I'm using. In contrast, Loom is a cloud recorder, so it is storing the video on the cloud, which means that if my entire machine is stolen or broken, then the cloud video will remain while the local videos will be lost because of damaged hard drive and so on. So all the three videos are local. The MSN Recorder Max is local on this local PC. The Webcam Max is local with a different angle, and the Cyberlink is also local. And then later on, when the recording is done, it can be uploaded to YouTube or to our remote server. I can also stream directly with these cameras to our remote server using another software that I'm not using right now. Finally, the Cyberlink, the Loom, records my face and focuses it on. So now I'm ready to stop and refresh the steps recorder, save it, take the previous file name and upgrade the version from A to B. So this will be version B. I attach the letter B to the year, so it reads 2024 sub B, and the current time is 10:10. So add another 0.10 to the time, so it reads 10:10 a.m. My video file name that includes also the date and the time, so I have the redundancy of having the date and the time twice. One time the way that I recorded it manually on the prefix of this file, and another time embedded in my video file name. This way it provides the robustness and the internal control that the time is correct, because when you read it, you can see I have December 30th, 2024 at the beginning of the file, and then another version of 24, which is the year, followed by 10, which is the month, and followed by 30, which is the day of the month. Are you coming or wasting time? Then I want to insert the prefix for the psar.txt. Psar stands for problem step recorder, executable. Right mouse click and copy to the clipboard buffer. Then I'm going to insert it at the first position of the file name field and paste it right in there, then followed by a backslash as a separator between the path and the file name. Then focus the cursor on the first input field of the Save As dialog box, and then the last input field, the file name field. Right mouse click and copy to the clipboard buffer. Then I'm going to click the Save button, and then I'm going to click the Review Additional Details button and scroll up a little to see that was step number 46. User mouse drag and on Loom camera document in Loom, but it is abbreviated as Loo, the cloud recording app.
You're wasting time now. Let's go.
Then the beauty starts barking at me.
You said
So it's the pum no garbage. So it
You asked me if I was ready.
it is bark time for the beauty. So we start a new recording
You said if I was ready.
at the bark time, and then add a comment with the file name.
You said, are you ready?
So I paste the file name of the previous bizarre file name into the highlight area in comment, and then I click OK. Then I paste it also into my notes. Edit paste. So notice multiple copies of the same thing, complying with the principle of backup and recovery that is called grandfather, father, son. In other words, I have multiple recording of the same thing in sequence. So the first one is called grandfather, the second one is called father, and the third one is called son. This way, if any one of them goes bad, I can easily revert to the previous one. And then I repeat it. I stop and create new file names every short period of time, especially when the theme changes. Like now that the beauty finally came here.
It's not finally. I was here already 5 minutes. Don't say finally.
And she starts screaming at me as usual.
Don't say,
I can start a
new
theme of dealing with a most beautiful girl. So can you please come here?
Come here. Okay?
Please quit screaming at me.
Stop screaming at me. Let's go outside.
Nice to do. Did you put in the...
I'm not wearing the glasses.
Please.
They bother me. They bother
Just
me.
at the beginning.
Just
at the beginning. Then
they
you
bother
can take
me.
it off.
They bother me. You understand what bothers me means?
You take it off. Please.
You understand what bothers me means?
Stop just for a few minutes.
I don't like it.
How about terror?
I don't like it. Doesn't matter what
Please come here and help me, Rhonda.
Let's go. It's 10:30 already. Let's go.
Okay, this will be version C now. And the time now is 10:15. I want to snap the path to psr.exe, copy to the clipboard buffer, insert it at the beginning of the file name, and put in the note beauty struggle. So I remember if I want to see the beauty struggle, beauty struggle, I can tap on this specific file. Focus on psr.exe, copy to the clipboard buffer, and save it. Then review additional details to see that was step number 13. Start a new step recorder and add a comment with the previous file name, creating a blockchain of file names. So later on, they are short, containing few steps, but linked to each other. And then paste it in my notes. And then to record this special scene of Screaming Beauty, I'm going to stop the video recording on Cyberlink and on Webcam Max and start a new session of the struggle with the beauty, as I'm trying to have her use the iView camera glasses. So that will be a special episode in the next video vlog. The vlog that I'm preparing has multiple scenes, and the beauty scene is always the most challenging. So I want to use the camera that includes a wide space so the viewer can see not only me but also the beauty here and the struggle that I have to endure every time. Can you come here, beauty? I'm waiting for you.
Let's go.
So now we want to make sure that everything is working. Please check me out also. I want to make sure that the phone is working. And you sometimes start a new clip to show the great expression of the beauty as she screams and yells and hustles me anywhere she can. Another thing we want to do is put the rubber bands on the phone, as we are going to bend down to do some yard work. And I want to make sure that the phone doesn't fall and break. Another thing is to put the cable that connects the goggles underneath the sweatband, so it doesn't press so much on the ear. The earlobe, that is.
Not pressing.
Okay, now I have to shut down the local recordings here, so bear with me for a second as I'm doing that. Okay, can you help me narrate it? I start with a loom, so I'm pressing the red button on the loom, and then I'll try to grab the URL of this loom. This is the cloud recording, so it is stored on the cloud, and it has a URL that can enable me to play it back or share it with other people. I want to make it a little smaller and wait for the playback to appear. In the meantime, I can paste it, edit, paste in my notes. Now it came back, so I want to test it. I place the cursor on the right large arrow to play back and 2.5 speed. You see where it says 2.5x, 15 minutes. This is how long it took. Can you please help me narrate? Help me, Rhonda.
So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get out and close everything. So you want to close the loom. It's already done. You know that the loom is working. You want to paste. You want to save the notepad. You want to stop the loom playback. It's working.
I'm pasting my notes in the loom one time as a comment and the second time as a summary. Then scroll to the very bottom to click on Add Chapters and add 3 default chapters, chapter 1, 2, and 3, and click the Save button. What else did I forget? I got the link. So now I'm ready to shut the rest of the recordings. But I want to make sure that I have the link in the comments. I'm going to refresh Pissar. And I even can change it, and I can even place it in the file name. So I copy to the clipboard buffer, and then select Save, and then select the file name, and then paste it after the yard work. Control V to paste. Then I need to convert the special character to dashes because Windows does not allow to have colons and slashes in the file name. So I replace it with 3 dashes. Anytime there is a slash, I replace it with a dash. But otherwise, I have the entire hyperlink, the URL in the file name. Then I update it to version D from version C. And the current time is 10:22. So I'm starting at about 10:22 for a couple of hours to remove some items from the yard and stash them away so they will not be visible from the street.
They shouldn't be in the front yard.
To comply with the Coral Gables City Beautiful requirements. Copy to the clipboard buffer and then save. And then click the Review Additional Details to see that the last step was step number 45 as I start anew and add a comment with the previous file name. I've tested the loom recording, which was perfectly good. And now I'm ready to test the other recording. So we'll start with the Webcam Max, stop it, and double click it to play it back. Use the iView camera glasses. And then it sounds perfectly well, so I'm going to close it and click OK. Then another video that I have going is cyberlink. So I want to stop it and play it back. Double click it and we'll hear it. As I'm trying to use the iView camera glasses. And that is perfectly good. And I can close an X out of that. And finally, the last but most important is the MSN Recorder Max.